Hey everybody, it's Angel, and if you follow me on Instagram, then you know that I recently changed my name from Alex to Angel, and I'm going to explain how I did that in New York City. So in this whole video, please keep in mind that not only did I do this in New York City, but I was also born in New York City. I will be providing you with links that I used and that can help you out, and also any information that I can give you to help you out. So I might go off a little bit on tangents or get a little confused, but hopefully this video comes out well enough that you understand what to do. I'm gonna try my best. This is already like the second time I'm recording this, so yeah. Anyway, let's just get into it. How I changed my name in New York City. So first things first, what you want to do is you're going to find a website, which I'll provide the link for. It's I found it by Googling New York City name change, and basically it's like it's from the civil court, which is where you're gonna go to actually put in your name change, but they have a website where you fill out your petition for your name change, and it's a step-by-step guide that you fill out all the questions that they ask you, and at the end you're gonna get a form, which is your petition that looks like this. Now, one of the most important things that I want to say is when you're filling this out, one of the first questions that they're going to ask you is your name, and they're also going to ask you the other names that you use. It's really important if you have a middle name to put your middle name. So like my ID said Alexandra Dominique, so I put Alexandra Dominique. If on your ID it says it has your middle name, you don't want to put Alexandra, Ramirez. You want to include your middle name. If you don't, you're going to have to do the whole thing all over again. So you need to make sure that you look at all your documents and you see what your name is, like how it's put on all your documents. Like your birth certificate, your social, your ID. That's really important. Just want to say that. So you fill it out, ask you your name, your date of birth, why you're changing your name, if you've gotten arrested, things like that, because you're also going to need to inform a lot of these organizations after you change your name. Remember, this is just changing your name. You have to go ahead and go and change your ID. You have to go ahead and go change your birth certificate. Just because you change your name does not mean that you're gonna get a whole bunch of new stuff in the mail. This is just, oh, your name is changed. So keep that in mind, and I will explain later in the video what I mean by that. So first things first, you go onto the website. You fill out the step-by-step guide. In the end, it gives you this form, and you print it out. It looks just like this, like I said. Order granting to change your name. It even gives you the address of where you're supposed to go, 111 Century Street, down in Lower Manhattan. I would advise you go there nice and early. There's a line that forms out in the outside, and you have to go through metal detectors. Now the line moves fairly quickly, I will say that, but go early, do everything early, so you're not at places a long time. I went so early that I had to wait like 30 minutes. But before you go there, so before I get ahead of myself, you're gonna go ahead and take this that you print from the website. I would print 2 copies just so you have a blank one and you're gonna have another one. That copy of your petition you're going to take to a notary. I went to Chase. If you have Chase, you can do it for free there. So you go ahead and don't sign this till you go in front of the notary, and you're gonna sign it in front of them. They're gonna sign it. Basically, it's somebody saying all the stuff you put is valid and true. So you got your petition, you filled out. You take it to the notary. From there, you're going to take this copy and your birth certificate. Very important. The court keeps your birth certificate for file, like for their records. You will not be getting it back. If you want to, if you don't like that, which I didn't like, that I was not getting my birth certificate back, I ordered a new one 2 weeks before I did this. And now I already have my new birth certificate. You can do that at Vital Records, New York City. You look it up. You pay like $40, and that's plus shipping and handling. If you want to pay the expensive shipping and handling, which, you know, it's just I wanted a backup. I'm the type of person that, you know, obviously I said I actually made like 4 copies of this, because I'm just that type of person. I like having my stuff. I mean, look, I have a whole folder with all my stuff in it that I keep, and I keep multiple copies of everything. I'm just that type of person. So when they said that they were keeping my birth certificate, well, when I researched it and I saw that they were keeping my birth certificate, I went ahead and that was the first thing I did. So again, you can order your birth certificate. You're not going to get one back. So if you're not planning on changing your birth certificate, or you don't think you have the time, I would order a new one. Really important. So again, they keep your birth certificate. So you go there with your birth certificate and your notarized petition. You're gonna go to 111 Century Street down in Lower Manhattan. They open around 9 o'clock, I think, and you're going to go through the metal detector, and on the first floor you can ask the desk. If I remember what room it is, I'll put it. But on the first floor there's a room that is for the name change. There's other stuff that goes on there too, but it's basically, there's lines. It says name change on the line, and you're gonna go into that line and you're gonna get called to the window. You're gonna give them the petition with your birth certificate. It's gonna cost you $65 to change your name in New York City. You have to have exact change to do this, so yeah, be prepared. The lady's gonna take the petition, and she's gonna take your birth certificate. She's gonna like put it all together. She's gonna tell you, okay, here, go to the second floor and pay the cashier. It's real simple to find it. You just go up to the second floor. There's a room that says like cashier, and like you follow the signs, and then it says cashier. They even tell you what window to go to, so you just go to that window. You pay the $65. You're gonna take your receipt and go back downstairs, and you're gonna show it to the lady. That's showing proof that you paid for your name change, and then she's gonna tell you, okay, so when do you want to go to court? Well, that's how they did it for me. They were like, when do you want to go to court? You can pick a day as soon as tomorrow. So I said, oh, tomorrow. Like, I went literally the next day to change my name. Now, I dressed up to go because I thought I was gonna have to, like, I mean, you see a judge, but it's like not, I don't know, it's court, but it's not court. And again, a lot of people, when I was doing this, they were like, oh, I did it with a lawyer, maybe you want to do that. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm sure that probably made it easier for them, probably took a lot of time away from the process. Again, it's not really time consuming. There's a lot of steps, but it's not that time consuming, and you really don't need a lawyer to do this for you. There is one thing that I would say you probably need a lawyer for, which I'll explain later, like if you don't want to do that. But again, I didn't need a lawyer. I did this by myself. It was really easy, and yeah, so I picked the next day. So they gave me a letter. Do not lose that letter. It's like a letter saying, that you're gonna be in court the next day. So remember to bring your ID. You're gonna need to bring your ID to your court appointment. and that letter. You're not gonna have the name, the order anymore. Like, they're gonna keep the petition, they're gonna keep your birth certificate, and all you're gonna have is that letter saying, okay, this is your court date, and make sure to bring your ID. When your court date comes, you're basically just gonna go to this room. A judge sits in the front, and well, this is how it went for me. I was there for like 3 hours, and there was a whole bunch of other people there for changing their name. And he basically goes one by one through everybody, and you go up and you give him your ID, and you give him your petition. Now again, I've never been arrested or to jail. There's other things that you might need to provide them with, but you will be told what that is. So, you know, it was really easy for me. All I had to bring was my ID and my thing, my letter. If there's things that you feel like you need to bring them. I brought a whole bunch of stuff, and all I needed to give them was my ID, you know? So, just be prepared, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know all the things that may need to go up, like you should know all the things that a judge might need from you if you're about to change your name. Obviously, if you've been arrested or something like that, if you have a court appearance soon or anything like that, you might want to bring that information in. You don't want to seem like you're hiding anything, because they will deny you. I saw people get right in front of me being told, like, okay, well, you can't do your name change. You have to leave. So anyway, just be prepared. Bring everything that you need to bring. So what if you're carrying a whole bunch of paperwork? Just be prepared, because you never know. Again, bring your ID, make sure, and that paper, that's the most that they give you at the window the day or when you go to after you pay, because that's really important. So anyway, you're like in a room with a whole bunch of other people changing their name. The judge sees every single one of you. He didn't even ask me any questions. He just looked at the stuff, and he was like, okay, sit back down. And he keeps my ID. They like take a photocopy of it, and you get your ID back. I basically waited for everyone else, for him to look at everyone else, and it's kind of like, because the judge wanted to tell everyone at the same time, because you're all doing the same process, what you have to do next. So that's why I guess you have to wait, and he doesn't tell everyone individually. So one of the first things you'll get is a warning from the judge saying just what I said. You're going to have to, just because your name is changed by the court doesn't mean, you know, you're gonna like get all this new, like a new birth certificate, new social, a new bank card or anything like that. You need to go to these places. So that's really important to remember. Like, just this is just one step. There's so much more stuff that you have to do afterwards, but I mean, it is what it is. After he goes through everybody and he tells them, like, okay, you're good or not, then the judge's clerk is going to give back your paperwork, and she's going to tell you you need to call a newspaper and fax the like name change petition that you get back. Like, he's gonna stamp it and approve it. You need to send that to them, to the newspaper, like fax it to them. That's yours, but you need to fax that to them. So and he's gonna tell you what newspaper it is. It was the Irish Echo for me. I know like somebody who did theirs like a week later after me, who had to do the Irish Echo as well. You call them, you tell them, hey, this is my name. I'm going to send you my my petition. I need it published. It's $35 for the Irish Echo to publish it. And basically that's what I was talking about. Like, you can get that step skipped. Probably a lawyer would be able to help you do that, and like so you don't have to publish your name change in the newspaper. But yeah, so I called the newspaper, I faxed my petition. They told me, come in next week to get your paper, because you're going to need to go back to the court, to that room that you initially went, to show them proof from the newspaper that they published it. So 1, you fill out your application, your petition. 2, you go to court and you see the lady and you give her your birth certificate and the petition that's notarized. That's number 2. I keep forgetting that. 1, you fill out your petition. 2, you get it notarized. 3, you go to the court and you see the name change person. You tell them, hey, here's my petition notarized, here's my birth certificate. 4, you go to your court date with the judge approves it, the judge tells you, hey, you're gonna need to put this in a newspaper, and they also provide you with everyone else you're going to need to let know. So that's why it's really good to be honest with everything that's going on with you. Well, you're gonna have to answer a whole bunch of questions anyway, because he needs to know who you need to inform. If you lie about anything, like, it's not gonna look good for you. So yeah, I only had to inform the newspaper because there's nothing else I have, like, there's nobody else I have to inform. And honestly, I think you have to inform the newspaper just in case. Like, I guess I kept wondering, like, why you would have to do that, and I guess it's like, if you're evading the law, it's proof, like they can see that, you know, you changed your name. But, you know, hopefully none of y'all are doing that. But anyway, yeah. 4, you go to the judge and he approves it. 5, you go to the newspaper or call them and send in your information, and then a week later you go to the newspaper's office and pick up your proof. 7, you're going to take that proof and go right back to civil court, to the same room that you went in the first time, and show them the proof. From there, your name change is valid. Just because you went to court and the judge said, okay, you changed your name, does not mean your name is changed. You have to go do it in the newspaper within 60 days. If you don't, like, it's not granted to you. So do that as soon as possible. Like, don't wait. I didn't wait. Once I left the court, I called the newspaper and I said, where do I send this? And how much? And they didn't call me that day, and I called back the next day and was like, excuse me, you didn't call me back. It's because that's the type of person I am. So I went ahead and brought back my information, and boom, it was granted. You go back and you show them the proof, they're going to ask you how many copies of your name change you want. You're going to have, remember, you're going to have to send these in to, like, the Social Security office, to the I don't know what it is, to do your birth certificate. I haven't done those steps. I know where you go to do your birth certificate, because I already called and tried to find out. I just forgot what it's called. But I will make a video on those. Anyway, you're gonna get a copy that looks like this. See, it's all stamped. It has like a receipt. You can't take that off. Like, and these are $6 a piece. So I got 10 because I'm extra. You probably need like 5 or 6, but I got 10. And you know, they're $6, so I paid $60. But I like to be prepared. I don't know, like, I'm just that type of person. Like, I don't know what I'm ever gonna need this for or anything like that. I didn't know who was gonna keep it, who wasn't gonna keep it. And I don't know, like I said, I'm just that type of person. So I got 10 copies. You probably don't need that many. You probably need like 5. I think you get 3 for free, which they don't really tell you about. So yeah, because after I left, I was like, wait, I thought I was supposed to get 3 for free. And yeah, so I would mention that. I would be like, hey, don't I get 3 for free? You know, like, there's nothing wrong with getting shit for free when you should. So yeah, they probably played me. Anyway, you're gonna get it, and they tell you, like, oh, you can't take any of this off. If you take it off, it's not valid. They stamp, like, every single page. They put the receipts, like, everything is stamped, and this is your official name change copy. If you have that, you know, it don't matter if you have the other one that says, like, oh, petition to name change. Like, you know how I said I initially made copies of my other one? This is the real one, and this means it's valid. If you have to put it in the newspaper and it's valid. Like, if not, it's not valid. I just want to stress that, because I don't want you guys to do all this work and not go to the newspaper and not and like, or happen to take this off, or like, and it's messed up. So that's basically it. That's your name change. I don't want to say the steps all over again, but yeah, you fill it out, you get the petition, you get notarized. I guess I'll say the steps all over again. Notarized, go to civil court, pay the lady, go back to the judge, get it from the judge, call the newspaper, get it from the newspaper, go back to the lady, show her your proof, ask for your fucking copies, and boom, your name change is done. So there you go. So boom, my name change is done. Now how do I change my gender marker? Because now I want to go ahead and change my ID. How to change your gender marker? It's so simple. You're gonna call your doctor. I go to Callen, Lorde, so I called like the main number, and I told them I changed my name. I want my gender marker letters, so I can go ahead and change my ID. So you want several copies of this as well, because the DMV keeps it, the copy that you give them of your name change. So you get that letter, and you make sure you get a couple copies. They told me that it was going to take a month. Excuse me. They told me that it was going to take a month to get that, but it took a week. So I called, like, once I changed my name, like, once I left the courthouse, I called the newspaper, and I called my doctors, and I told them, oh, I'm changing, my name change was granted. Can I please have my gender marker letters so I can change this at the DMV? So I went ahead and I picked my gender marker letters up, and the next day I went to the DMV. So when you go to the DMV, you need to bring your letter, you need to bring your ID, and you need to bring this as well. They don't keep this, they do keep this. I didn't know that they weren't going to keep this. Again, wow, I was like, wow, I made 10 copies and they didn't even keep it. So you're going to show them this. You're going to, like, once you go in, they ask you, like, what are you here for? You fill out the slip, and you mark change. You fill out your information, and, make sure you put your new name and male. When you're filling out the information, don't put your old name in female, or vice versa. Put your new name, put male, fill out all the rest of the information like you normally would, and you're gonna be waiting there forever. I waited 3 hours, and that's it. Like, you just show them this, they keep this one, they give you back this, you pay $12, and boom, you get your new one. It was so simple. I was like, that's it. Like, I know I said a lot of steps, like, it's a whole bunch of steps, but really it's not that time consuming. The time consuming parts is waiting when you're at the courthouse for everyone else to get their name change approved, and at the DMV when you're waiting for your number to get called. Like, everything else is real simple. Yeah, waiting for your letter might take a while, but that's why, if you are planning to do this, maybe that's one of the first steps you want to do, is call and say, hey, I need my gender marker letters because I'm gonna go to court soon to change my thing. So that's all. You just gotta stay on top of everything and just do it. That's how I got it done so fast. I just did it all. And again, I'm gonna provide you with all the links that I can find that'll help, and I will provide you with a birth certificate and social security name change video when I do it. I kept coming in late to work to do all of this, so I'm probably gonna do that in May, just so I have more time. And I don't like taking too much time off work. But anyway, well, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, real simple. I'm not gonna go through the steps again, but you know, as I was saying, it's really simple. You don't need a lawyer. If you don't want to publicize your name change in the newspaper, then I guess you can get a lawyer. They'll probably make it so that you don't have to, but you don't need one. And keep in mind that this was in New York City, and I was born in New York City. I will provide you with links, that because I think if you were not born in New York City and you were born in like New York State or somewhere else, it's a little harder, because you know, this is all like, I'm a city person and I change all my stuff in the city. Unfortunately, it's easier for people who are doing that. So you know, important things to remember is that you take your birth certificate and keep it. You're not gonna get it back, so you might want to order one. You know, just go ahead, even after you watch this video, go ahead and order your new birth certificate. Go ahead and, if you want, go ahead and call your doctor if you can, or do that on Monday or whenever you're watching this video, and tell them, hey, can I have my gender marker letters? Go on the website and fill out the petition, and you know, like, print it out. You know, just do what you have to do to get your stuff done, because it's really simple, guys. So yeah, good luck. If you have any other questions, please let me know. You can DM me, you can write it, I'll write back to you in this video. But yeah, I'll provide you with everything you need to know, and I wish you luck in your name change. And you know, I don't have my new ID to show you yet, because I'm still waiting for it to come in the mail. Probably gonna come in like another week, but I wanted to get the video done while everything was still in my head, because I got really frazzled, and this video is already like 30 minutes long, so that's gonna be fun to edit. But I said a lot of stuff and I repeated myself a lot, which I like to do, so hopefully, you know, you guys know all the steps. And yeah, so again, I'll see you in another video. I'll probably do an update on my physical changes, but again, there's not that many physical differences with me. Maybe another update on my top surgery. Now I'm 3 months. And yeah, look forward to me coming out with some more videos. I might do another Q&A because I got some questions. And yeah, I just wanted to get this one done because a lot of people are asking me how I did it. So there you go. I mean, now it's me rambling. And yeah, good luck, guys. Like I said, let me just go cut this off.